All right, let's do this.
Metro 911, what's the address of the emergency?
Think your 911 call instantly beams your location to dispatch?
Hello, Metro 911.
Well, think again.
Hello?
If you can't tell them,
Hello? Hello, if you can hear me, press any key.
they don't have a crystal ball. In today's tips, we'll bust some myths and show how smart buildings, geofencing, and platforms like 911 Inform turn your facilities into public safety superheroes. It's time to level up, because guessing your address shouldn't be part of the rescue plan. That's coming up next on TiPS, Today in Public Safety.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Here's your host, Fletch, with today's tips.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety. This is Fletch. I'm an EMP and the Vice President of Public Safety Solutions at 911 Inform. 3 times each week, I bring you the latest, most informative, and sometimes controversial takes on emergency communications. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into geofencing and its sidekick role in next-generation 911 responses. Imagine you're calling 911 from your office on your cell phone, and the dispatcher says you're at the local Burger King? Well, great if you want fries, not so great if you needed an AED and CPR. This, my friends, is the unfortunate magic of how E911 and cellular phones often work in today's environment. But calling from your MLTS business phone may not work either. You see, if that multi-line telephone system at your office isn't properly configured, especially if it's a cloud-based solution with no local trunking facilities, you might just be sending public safety the billing address. And in today's environment, that could be across the street or in a different town entirely. So here's a reality check. Over 85% of all 911 calls today come from mobile devices. So if you're an IT manager on a large campus or an environment with a large open space and many different buildings, not only will public safety have a problem finding the caller, but you might not even know someone inside your own space is begging for help. Enter geofencing, next generation 911 intelligence, and platforms like 911 Inform. Now, this isn't just knowing that a call came from someplace near you. It's about creating a digital fence around your facilities so that when a 911 call happens, inside of that fence, you know about it immediately. And here's the cool part. If it's a cellular phone, it doesn't even matter whose it is because the tracking is at the carrier level. If the pin drops inside your area of interest, you get notified. Like magic. But for grown-ups with responsibilities. Here's why this matters. In addition to 85% of calls originating from cellular devices, it's immediate awareness that a call has originated inside your location or someplace on your property. This allows you to provide more accurate and easier access for emergency responders. Unlocking doors, showing them live camera feeds, even lighting paths to exits. And the 911 Inform geofence provides direct two-way communication directly with public safety. A 911 Inform exclusive feature not found anyplace else in the market. So not only can you provide information out, they can communicate back in, providing a common operations platform. So all of the additional building IoT data, like fire alarms, carbon monoxide detectors, panic buttons, you name it, all get served up to public safety like a perfectly cooked steak. Oh, and by the way, did you know that 911 Inform connects to over 200 types of IoT sensors today? And with our open API, that means if your toaster has something important to say during an emergency, chances are it can be part of the rescue plan. Although I'm not sure what the use case on that would be. But who am I to say? But here's what's even better. It's a natural, simple add-on to what you're probably already required to do under federal law, like Kerry's Law, the Ray Bombs Act, and now Alyssa's Law for K-12 schools in many states. The digital floor plan mechanism inside of 911 Inform has been available in setting the gold standard for dynamic, real-time mapping for over 5 years now, with more interactive floor plans deployed than all other solutions put together. Think about that. This makes "where are they" a question of the past. Still, in a world where buildings are getting smarter by the minute, Next Generation 911 plus geofencing plus 911 Inform doesn't just make sense, it could be the difference between guessing and saving lives. And here's the really cool part. We can demonstrate this functionality remotely to anybody, anywhere, so you can experience exactly what the system will look like if deployed in your environment. So be sure to check it out. That's it for today's episode of TiPS Today in Public Safety. Thanks so much for listening. For more updates and insight, you can follow me on most social media at Fletch911. And as always, you can visit 911tips.com, where you'll find a complete archive of all of our previous episodes. Stay safe. Thanks so much for listening. And if you're in public safety, thanks for what you do every day. This is Fletch. I'll see you next time. Take care.
You've been listening to TiPS Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Catch past episodes on 911tips.com. That's 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9, the 10 spot, and on the Weekend Countdown on Hits 1. Or don't regret it for the rest of your life. Either way, I'm good. TiPS is brought to you by 911 Inform, the leading next-generation 911 solution for enterprise compliance with federal 911 regulations. Visit them on the web at 911inform.com. 911 Inform, making every second count when it matters the most.